Some people assume that the Bible has to tell us everything that we know of or know about Jesus, when the Bible actually never says that. The Bible tells us actually in John chapter 20, verse 31, that these have been written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. And it also goes to say there are many things that Jesus said and did that are not written in this book, as you could see in John chapter 20, verse 30. And so the biblical writers acknowledge that there are many other things that Jesus did and said. At the end of John chapter 21, the last verse also tells us that if everything that Jesus did and said were to be written in books, that the world itself would not have the books to contain it. And of course, it's using a hyperbole. So then, if the Bible is not an exhaustive account of everything that Jesus said and did, then what is it? Well, first of all, we don't need to know everything that Jesus said and did for our salvation. We don't have to know what was Jesus' favorite menu. We don't need to know what was Jesus' favorite color. Would all of these things have been nice? Yeah, they would have been nice, but they're not necessary for salvation. And so what we need to understand is that the Bible is not an exhaustive record. It is a sufficient record. It is sufficient to tell us what we need to know to be saved. In other words, it focuses on the important details of Jesus' life and sayings, because those are the things that pertain to our salvation. And therefore, when people assume that the Bible should tell us everything exhaustively about Jesus, they're asking for something that even the biblical writers themselves did not entertain. They're not positioned to provide a full, complete list like that. And so we need to understand then that what the Bible says concerning the details of God's revelation are not exhaustive, but they are sufficient. And what is necessary has already been given to us. And therefore, the Bible gives us, if you will, the main points, the high points. It gives us what is sufficient for our salvation. And so I hope that answer helps with that question. Sometimes we hear that question tossed around, but hopefully the answer to that question has been resolved. Take care.